G'day guys, it's Jara here, and today we are playing To Be or Not To Be. I don't know why I did in that accent, but I did. If any of you know me for any period of time, you will know how much of a huge Shakespeare fan I am. I've gotten a book with all of Shakespeare's work on it. I just adore his stuff. So when I saw this on Steam, I was like, yes, let's get it. Straight off the bat, one of the things I really love is I quickly went into settings just to check everything. And they had a mode for if you've got dyslexia. It changes the writing to dyslexia. It just said dyslexia writing. And I thought that was amazing. Because if you don't know, have dyslexia. But it's cool to see that they, add in everyone, which I thought was really sweet. And I just wanted to shout that out.
1564 AD to whenever he died. Was well known for borrowing from existing.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a precise date.
Romeo and Juliet is pretty much lifted entirely from
yes.
poem, The Tragical History of Romulus and Juliet. Dude didn't even change the names. And his recent Shakespeare scholarship has established the famed play William Shakespeare.
That's not all true.
Was lifted wholesale from the volume you are about to enjoy. To be or not to be.
To be or not to be. That is the question.
Example of the books as game genre, as well as the first instance ever in the then newish English language that was kicking around of an adventure being chosen by you, the reader.
Let's cool, some background story. I like this.
And added illustrations. Plus, we've taken the liberty of marking with tiny York skulls the choices Shakespeare himself made when he plagiarized his book back in olden times. They're there in case you wish to put yourself in Shakespeare's shoes, reading this book as he did, stealing plot elements wholesale, and classing up the language as he/you, went/go. However, that is not the only way to read this book. Feel free to explore your other options, as each time you read this book, you can go on a different adventure, assuming you don't read the book 3 quadrillion times, at which point the adventures will start to repeat, and they'll probably seem pretty familiar long before then anyway. Now, take yourself when ghosts walked the earth and nobody knew velociraptors were even a thing. Steel yourself to experience the magic of Shakespeare as it was meant to be experienced, in a non-deterministic narrative structure, where you end up thinking maybe you made a wrong decision, so you mark the pages you were just on, so you can always go back and make a different choice if you die for some dumb reason. To be or not to be,
okay.
That is the adventure.
That is the adventure.
Choose your character.
So I just wanted to say,
man, what if I just read
the
acknowledgements instead?
Shush. I just wanted to say that this is really cool to start off with. Secondly, I read the book. It's like called the Diary of a True Gentleman. It's William Shakespeare's diary, and he's such an amazing person. I recommend that book. It's such a good book. It's one of my favorite books of all time. Just reading it is really cool, but this is really exciting for me. I should reread that book. Do I have it down here? No, that sucks. I'm gonna choose my character.
You've just been born. Congratulations, good work on that thing. Now, surprise! Babies are boring, so we're gonna jump ahead in time to where you're an adult, and you've already lived a bunch of your life.
Cool.
But I promise, most of what we're skipping over was really dull. You ate a lot and slept a lot and made some friends, tears were shed, makeouts were totally had.
Same.
It was a bunch of high school stuff. The awesome stuff starts now. So, let's begin.
Remind me who you are again.
Remind me again
who am I?
Are you?
That is a good question.
Amelia? She's an awesome lady in her late 20s with a calm, competent, and resourceful demeanor. She's got a +1 bonus to science, but she's also got a -1 weakness against water, so heads up. Hamlet?
No.
He's an emo teen in his early 30s. Also, he's a prince.
Emo teens.
Hamlet has a +1 resistance to magic.
I love that.
There's no magic in this adventure, so this never gets mentioned again as of right now. Hamlet Sr.
I love that. That was so cool.
He's a king of Denmark, 50 years old. He's super good at fighting and leading men into battle in naps. Let's say +1 to each. Look, bottom line. He's an unstoppable machine of death, and should you choose to be him, you may experience kingly glory. Play as Ophelia. Play as Hamlet. Play as Hamlet Sr.
I'm playing as Hamlet because it has a little skull next to it.
You're 30 years old and you're back living at home, but it's okay because your home is a castle. That's right, ladies. You're a prince. Things have been rough lately. You had been trying to focus on your studies at Wittenberg University, where you and your bros, Horatio Rosencrantz and Guildford, hang out. But you were called home because your father died. Then, your dead
Rip.
dad's brother, Claudius, married your mom, Gertrude, 2 weeks later. Yep. It's made
Which
you
is
kind
so
of
weird.
upset. You raced home to comfort her, but
No
she's
kidding.
married your uncle, and that is weird. You feel weird. Right now, you're in the audience chamber
It is
of your
weird.
father's castle, here in sunny Denmark. King Claudius is here, addressing his court. Laertes and Polonius are here,
I wonder if it was arranged
Laertes is
beforehand.
kind of a jerk, and Polonius is his father. Polonius is also the father of Ophelia, whom you're totally sweet on. She's not here, though. Who knows what adventure she's having as we speak?
Of
while
course.
You're stuck in this drafty castle room listening to other people talk about their feelings. Speaking of speaking, just now
Calm,
Laertes
dude.
says something about how now that Claudius is king and he's attended the coronation, is it okay for him to go back to France? Claudius says, sure.
No.
Wait a minute. You'd love to leave
Sure.
to go back to school, away from this weird incesty thing your mother's gotten herself into. It's so gross and
Yeah, it's very weird.
Ask Claudius for permission to go back to school. Hold your tongue and just wait around.
No, I want to go back to school. Yeah, go back to
You hold up
school.
your hand and open your mouth, but before you can say anything, Claudius addresses you directly, calling you his son. On the one hand, that's
I am
entirely
not your
appropriate,
son.
especially since he just married your mom like 2 weeks ago. But on the other hand, he has brought creepy uncle to new heights. Points for that, maybe?
I am not your...
Insult him under your
Son.
breath by saying you're more than kin, i.e., you're related more than once now as both father/son and uncle.
Say no more utensils. Okay, I'm not doing that. I'm just under my breath.
King Claudius goes
Well,
on to
shit.
tell you, in so many words, to buck up, stop dressing in black, stick around for a while, and have a little fun.
No, I like dressing in black, thank you. As you can tell.
Your mom echoes his sentiments. Dude, your own mom just called you a wimp. You agree to stick around
I
in
feel
Denmark
horrible.
for a while. They leave, and you're suddenly alone. Woohoo! You're finally alone, Hamlet. What are you gonna do?
Woohoo.
Talk to yourself about how your life is in ruin? Okay.
Yes, I like
Talk
talking
out
to
loud in
myself.
the empty room. And what do you say? I'll tell you what you say. You say you wish your skin could literally melt off your body, revealing a skeleton that gives a double thumbs down before crumbling into dust. You say that you thought your mom really
Lovely.
loved your dad, but now that she's married Claudius less than a month after dad's death, either love
I
itself is
feel like it was
fake or she
arranged.
faking love. And either way, it doesn't matter because you've lost faith in your own mother. You say to the empty room,
Yeah,
in all
that's never a good
seriousness,
thing.
that you want to kill yourself. Whoa, bro, this book just got real.
Oh yeah, let's not kill
While you're
ourselves.
busy doing that, your friend Horatio bumps into you and tells you, A, he's in town for your dad's funeral / mom's wedding, and that they serve leftover
Yeah, that's
appetizers
weird.
and one at the other. B, ghosts are real. C,
Ghosts are real.
he's seen one and so have a bunch of other guys. D, it keeps showing up at the same time, and E, he's pretty sure it's the ghost of your dad. Finally, some adventure, some
What?
closure. You agree
I
that
thought it was supposed to be the same.
see
Okay.
the ghost when it shows up again. It's such an obvious decision that it kind of feels like you don't even have a choice in the matter. Agree
Okay.
to go with Horatio tonight to see the ghost when it shows.
Yes.
I'll be there.
I want to go see a ghost.
You say, and Horatio leaves, satisfied. Well,
Good.
now you have 8 hours to blow before it's time to meet ghosts. What do you want to do, Hamlet?
Yes, I want to be with the girl.
Ophelia. You are a beautiful and independent young woman. And although it
Oh.
makes you roll your eyes when you think about it, you've fallen in love with a prince. Prince Hamlet
Ugh.
is funny and charming, and he seems to like you a lot. You try not to get too excited about it, because you're worried you might jinx it. But things really are going
Don't worry, Ophelia, you're good.
Only it's been hard doing the long-distance thing while you've both been off at university. And while you've loved studying capital S science,
You'll be
I'm
fine.
sure Hamlet's loved studying capital U undeclared. It hasn't been easy. Now that
Undeclared.
you're both back together in Denmark for his father's funeral and his mother's second wedding, it's been harder still. Hamlet's really sad.
Don't blame
You
you.
can't blame him for that since, you know, his dad died. But
His
you
dad
wish there was
died.
something you could do to help him. When you last saw
Just
him,
comfort him.
Hamlet mentioned how the castle seemed cold and drafty, and for some reason it stuck with you. You've been sitting at your desk.
What are you gonna
trying to
do
think
about
of
it?
Something you could give him that would help with that. A way of cheering him up a little.
A
Remind him he's
blanket.
still got people who care about him. He wears these
Oh, you're gonna
clothes
need him
all
a
the time,
blanket.
But then he's taking them off in warm rooms and putting them back on in cold ones.
Shush,
If only there was
phone.
some way you could keep the rooms at a uniform temperature. He wouldn't need to be constantly adjusting his clothes throughout the day.
Are you gonna make a thermometer?
Measuring heat, and a way of transporting
She's gonna make a thermometer, isn't she?
perhaps through a series of pipes. Your thoughts are interrupted by a knock at your door.
Thermometer, ladies and gentlemen.
You call. It's me,
Who is
says
it?
your brother. Come on, let me in.
They sound so high.
You open
Nah, let him in, why not?
You can come in.
You say,
You can come
But I
in.
don't want to hear any opinions about my personal life. If you sleep with Hamlet, you're a slut.
he says. Slam the door in
Damn!
his face. Invite him.
Ugh.
Okay.
Come in.
You let him into your room. He sits down on the bed and pats the empty space beside him.
Brothers and it's for you. Am I right? Can't relate, but you know.
He says.
I know you like Hamlet, but he's a prince. So he's gonna have to
Ooh.
marry someone of his own rank. Who said
Ooh.
anything about marriage?
Oh,
I'm happy
heartbreaking.
with him, and he's happy with me. We're having fun. Nobody's talking about marriage. That's another thing.
Yeah, everyone thinks of marriage.
Look, if you have sex before marriage, then you'll be ruined for other men and nobody will ever want you. He's only dating you because you
Wow.
want sex. Don't sex him. Because
I forget this is how it was back in that time period.
Throw him out of your room and slam the door in his face. Sit down beside him, for some reason, and tell him that he makes...
No, throw him out.
That felt good.
Bye.
He shouts through the door that he's sorry and just wanted to say goodbye before he left for France. But when you open the door a crack, he sticks his head in and says,
I'm just saying, have sex with him and you're damaged goods.
you slam the door in his face again,
Mother
barely
did-
missing his nose.
Leave.
Shout through the door that if you're damaged goods, he's an entire shelf of unsellable eggs that went off weeks ago. And also, as your brother, he's got an entirely unhealthy interest in your sex life.
Nuh-uh.
Mm-hmm.
You're unhealthy.
Larity shouts in return, and then you hear him stomp away down the hall. What a jerk. And his retorts don't even make sense. Return to desk.
Sorry, my yogurt was melting and I really wanted to eat it. I swear that's just a brother thing,
At your
though.
desk, you continue your work on the problem of automatically heating the castle. Hours turn into days, and you're generally left alone by both your family and your boyfriend.
Oh, didn't mean to do that. No.
Continue your work on the problem
Sorry.
of automatically heating the castle. Hours turn into days, and you're generally left alone by both your family and
I'm screwing everything
your father.
up.
Ignoring you is no big deal.
Sorry.
And while you're a little worried about Hamlet not stopping by more often, he has asked you to leave him alone for a while he mourns, and you're respecting his wishes. But if you're going to be honest with
Good.
yourself, you've also just gotten really absorbed in this problem. You decide to split the problem into sections, delivering heat and knowing when to deliver heat. It would be possible to put
That's a good
servants in
idea.
every room and have them report when it's too cold, but that's both expensive and unreliable. It depends on the servant,
Very.
the warmth of their clothes, how much they love to lie to people about what temperature their skin is sensing, and so on. You're wandering the castle grounds when it hits
You need technology.
You've been thinking about how water expands when it freezes, and how that could be used to tell you when it's cold, but it's not much use for measuring temperatures outside the freezing point. Your father,
You need
Polonius,
mercury.
happens to wander by, talking to himself about the evils of drink, and you realize, alcohol. The right alcohol would
Oh yeah, they
be
used
liquid,
bourbon before, didn't they?
and by putting it in a slender glass vial, you could measure the size of that liquid, which would correspond 1-to-1 with temperature. Put the same markings on
They used to use,
these vials at the same temperature.
Was it bourbon or
You've
rum
got a universal,
to do
comparable, and consistent
like
way
a
of measuring
before
it.
mercury?
You wouldn't have to rely on a server.
That's how they would do
They could just tell
temperatures
you
and
what
stuff like
line the
that.
alcohol has reached. You run back to your room to start working on the prototype.
Yeah.
Just as you complete it, you hear a knock at your door.
You're so smart,
You
girl.
call, and oh my, who should answer from the other side of the door? Seriously.
I don't know, who
answer
should
from
it
the other
be?
side of the door? Your boyfriend Hamlet.
I want to say the best friend.
Door. That's right. Turns out that simply wishing for someone to be at your door doesn't change who's actually there. You don't control reality.
Well,
or
that's
cause
heartbreaking.
idea. Sheesh. Anyway,
A girl can dream.
opens the door and steps into your room. It's me, he says. You haven't seen each other for a while.
It's me, sadly.
It's so great to see him. You run up and throw your arms around him and you smooch. It's just like old times. But the moment passes.
Aww.
And when you look at his face, you can see concern written all over it. He's troubled by something.
Ask him what's wrong. Men don't tell you anything.
Well, there's no other way to put this, so I'll give it to you straight. Hamlet tells you about a spooky ghost and a plan for murdering his stepfather Claudius, pretender to the throne.
Oh yeah.
I'll be frank, it sounds crazy. A ghost? Murder? But he is your friend and lover.
Yeah, murder's the weirder
Take it
part
as
of
you
that.
try. As gently as you can, you tell him you're pretty sure ghosts don't exist. But even if they do, he needs to be certain that the ghost he saw was actually the ghost of his father.
I love how that's what she's trying to get through his head.
Seems to give him
But the
pause.
ghost thing.
Hamlet admits
Not
he
the whole
never actually
murder.
asked the ghost
Your
for information
stepfather.
his dad would know.
Uncle
It's possible the ghost
thing.
could be an imposter.
I'll come with you tonight, sweetie.
You say.
We'll go together. And if a ghost shows up, we'll figure out what to do.
You're confident no ghost will
Oh,
appear,
yeah.
This will all just go away. You take his hand and squeeze.
You just want to spend time with him.
Hamlet looks up at you, and you can see his relief. Okay, he says, smiling. Go to see the ghost that evening.
No?
Evening
I don't really get a
comes,
choice, but yeah.
Hamlet leads you to the spot outside where he
Ooh,
first
the
saw
book
ghost.
changes.
We have to wait till around midnight, he says. I think that's when he normally shows up. To pass the time,
Okay.
you play a storytelling game you enjoy, where you say one word of a story,
Yeah,
and he
is it
says
this
second.
one that we're currently playing
Neither
now?
of you knows where the story will go.
Once,
You begin. Upon,
Oh, they do the one-worded story.
you say. Time,
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful prince who wanted to kiss
he says.
his girlfriend. That's cheating, you said,
You say.
and then kissing. Make out for a while, don't make out because you can't believe you're thinking this, but what if you go catches you make out? Oh, screw that.
Look out for what turns out to be quite a while. As the night is warm and the stars are stunning and there are no bugs here to bite any exposed flesh, and before you know it, you've totally made out as much
That
as it's
sounds
possible
nice.
to totally make out. Nice. And you fall asleep in each other's arms. If ghosts exist, and if one really did show up, he certainly had the good grace to leave you alone for your makeouts. Also, he was probably
Yeah,
embarrassed.
true.
You were both way naked. The two of you return to the same
Why?
spot the next evening, and the evenings after that. But it becomes more and more a date night, and less a specter from beyond the grave wants to get some murders done thing. King Claudius
Yeah.
and Polonius are not exactly thrilled with the two of
Why
you
does
being
making
together.
out turn into
But
that?
on
I
the
don't
flip
know.
side, any urges to commit regicide that were floating around have begun to fade too. Though you talk about it often,
Okay.
the full encounter with the ghost, if it really did happen, takes on the quality of a dream.
Would be weird.
Rather than do the long
I don't believe in ghosts, but I believe in
you
spirits.
decide
Two
to
different
move in
things.
together and get your own place here in Denmark. Together, the two of you work on finalizing the invention of the alcohol thermometer. It works.
Yeah, you
Figure
do.
out the other half of it, a way to move heated air throughout a building. Congratulations, you invented central heating. It's an invention that all
Woohoo!
of Denmark wants, and most are willing to pay for. While it's not
It's what the
word
world
is,
wants.
You do live in the most comfortable estate in the entire country, thanks to the heating money. One bright
Yeah,
summer
don't
day,
blame you.
as the two of you walk through the castle garden, you get down on one knee and say words to the effect of, "Sweetie, you're the most important person in my
Aww.
life, and I can't imagine ever living without you. I want to make you as happy as you make me every single day. Let's get married." You mean every word.
That's kind of
It's not the most
cute.
traditional proposal in the world, nor is it the most traditional wedding, but it's wonderful and beautiful and perfect. You're very
As long
happy.
as it's beautiful and perfect to them, it doesn't matter.
A few years
Don't
later,
blame you.
Claudius falls ill with some sort of lung disease, and his doctors are unable to treat it effectively. He passes away only a few
Probably
months
lung
later,
cancer.
having never produced an heir. Shortly after, the two of you become the new king and queen of all of Denmark. Your first child,
Woo!
Alex, is born 5 months later, and you all live very happily ever after. The end.
Oh, I love that drawing. That's actually really cool. It's time for the Halometer. You started this adventure. Taste of sexism. Choices made. Times you were not. Bear is made. You create a better story than Shakespeare. Why not use a limit pad to go on a new adventure? Oh, that's really cool. We'll do credits for this one. Right, not being Shakespeare and you. That's cool. Because we're gonna give a shout out to everyone here, so that's really cool. I like how it's like still William Shakespeare's story, but you can change it slightly, make your own twists and turns to it. It's really cool. I quite enjoyed it. And it's just a nice, relaxing little game. It's nothing, you know, too like intense. It's just a chill game. So no, I really liked it. It was a lot of fun. I'm just gonna keep this going. Special thanks to William Shakespeare. Hell yeah. Oh, this was made in Melbourne. Oh, and Victoria. Shout out to my Aussies who were doing this. And the Canadians as well. And in that code who listened to me read this book allow while in hysterics. Use open dyslexia. Dyslexia fonts. That's actually really cool. But yeah, I wanted to show you some of our losing contestants received gift baskets of delicious chocolates. Sort debug information. What? Right is right. Restart adventure. Can I do that? Yeah. Let's just say no for the second. Thanks. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I know. I just wanted to show something which I thought was really cool. Which I said in the beginning, but if you go to fonts, so you can change the font to standard or change font to dyslexic, which is what I did. So I'm interested to see the difference. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want me to do another story like this, let me know in the comments below and tell me. If not, then we'll leave it where it was. To be or not to be, that is the question that I'm going to leave you guys. And anyway, Dry, see you guys in the next video. Whoop! Sarcasm out. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. See ya. I felt like it was going to be like doom, 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 boom, boom.